I am Shiva, plus 1000 others attached. I call upon a beloved Creator of heaven and earth and all that is in between to give me clear, concise, divine guidance that serves His highest good. It is so. We are now vibrating at the frequency of absolute conscious awareness. It is so. Our beloved Creator, angels appear at all ages and stages, at all ages and shades of mankind, but all have blondie. In other words, if you dream about angels, irrespective of their skin tone, they will always have blondie. That's how you know. Because angels are real. Our beloved Creator. Now, the nice thing is that you can ask to see them. But think about the dreams you've had, and if you've seen some blonde-haired beings in there, it's them. Many wanted to be you, none succeeded. The angels are giving you a heads up. They're saying that there is jealousy surrounding you, but they are protecting you. I once had a dream. I was walking down a road in the early hours of the morning, and there were 4 angels walking with me, and each one had on a red sweater. I'm just saying, but they all had blondie. They were fair with blondie. So, spirit of curiosity. What could I say? They're jealous of your nature, your mind. Like you believe in angels. You've actually seen them. I may be just giving you confirmation. And you talk to them and you ask them stuff, and people wonder, how do you do what you do when you do what you do? That's because you are aware that we all have been assigned angels and spirit guides to walk on the material path with us. So that's good. And they bring you dreams, etc. What I've observed is at the beginning of my path, it was always my angels, my spirit guides, Christ, everyone, right? But at a certain point in time, it was our creating self. So it's like the angels get us ready to be in the presence of our Creator, even though we are always in His presence. But like a one-on-one, where you start to get these gifts. When I put all the gifts together, it looks like this. This is now, I'd say 95%. I must just add the raise. It's amazing that this and this and that and this and this appears as a face. Now, our Creator insists. He'll tell me, do this, do that, do this, do that. And then initially we can't see the end product, right? But then we do the little steps because we can hear that we must do it, and we're obedient to that. And along this path, every time we complete a stage, then I say, okay, I'm 100% in, I recommit to it. And this is what I got out of it ultimately. So don't give up. Your angels are with you. Ask them whatever you need to know. They groom us for this level. They groom us for this level. I'm grateful now that I'm living in my full divinity. When you live in your full divinity, you can already have conversations with our beloved Creator. He is already accessible. However, the angels kind of act as a buffer between us and Him, just to get your consciousness ready or prepared to be in His presence as yourself. That takes a lot of self-love, self-acceptance, etc. Also, feeling non-judged. So it's when you can be yourself fully that you can enjoy your beloved Creator's presence fully. However, along the path, the angels are with you. Now, one thing about our beloved Creator, divine knowledge is His, and He said it is good, and we experience the light and the dark of divine knowledge. Alright? So nothing surprises Him about you. I think it's more important that you can accept yourself versus Him accepting you, because you are His descendant, so He does accept you. You really do reap what you sow. I see this jealousy because you were talking to the angels, you were asking questions, so you're gonna level up. You sowed good seeds. When the angels told you, pray, don't do that, go here, go there, do this, do that, you did that stuff. Now you're going to see our Creator. Our Creator is a real man. I say it like that, but it was painful for me to learn to shift my paradigm and be bold and courageous enough. And then when I achieve something, and then I say, okay, I'm 100% in, I'm 100% committed. And then I got to this, 18 months later. Don't give up. And it's so spectacular. It wasn't easy though to be able to put the different paintings to come into one painting is a brain teaser. Fortunately, I have divine intelligence, which I had to work at over time, gathered information, analyzed it, etc. Pain is surmountable and ultimately a teacher. Earlier on I showed growing pains, right? But you put in the work. You put in all the steps when I said do this, do that, do that. You did all that. You asked all the right questions. Now you are in an enviable position because our beloved Creator singled you out to be in His presence. And how I know this is because I saw you in the auditorium. You all have this Holy Spirit fire crowns. You look like huge candle flames. You know, and that you get to see. So what can I say? This is very exciting. When you took your pain and you analyzed it, you researched it, you overcame it, and you used it to serve you. It didn't make you hard and resentful and vengeful. It made you wise and increased your discernment. You could have gotten angry, go and slapped a few people around, but you instead thought to discuss it with our Creator and apply your mind. And the angels came, and the angels, you discussed some things, they showed you. And now you're one of the 844 in the auditorium. Yeah. It does take pain to be in the presence of our Creator. So sometimes I wonder, why does it take pain? Why can't it just be good things? But it is because of the divine knowledge that we experience. When we face injustice and we can forgive them, it's that pain. Then we say, oh, we're capable of forgiveness. And we're also able to let that go. There's always growth in that. And that develops a sense of justice and fairness, which is a master stroke. Because that's how you get to live in your full divinity. You can view divine knowledge of light and dark objectively, justly and fairly. So that's why you have to endure pain. It is because He taught you what you needed to be in the presence of our Creator. It wasn't pain so that you can suffer. It was pain so that you could learn. Wow, okay. It's this, man. It's growing pains. But you did it, you persevered. And your angels help you. You call your angels when it got a little tough. But as we evolve, we grow from our angels to our spirit guides right to our creator. I'm at the point where I'm like, my creator, this, that, that, that. When I was engaging in battle, I said, my beloved creator. It's like that. But I began with the angels and with my spirit guides. And they led me to our beloved creator. Our beloved creator, I'm so grateful that we truly do reap what we sow. That is good. However, we got a clean slate. Alright, so we were forgiven for all that drama. So what are we sowing now? What you are sowing is that even though your experience of light and dark divine knowledge may not always have been stellar, you always prayed and you to our creator and you asked for forgiveness. So now you sowed a clean slate. Telling others what to do opposes cosmic law. It is true, I can make you aware of something, but it is for you to pray about it and discuss with our beloved Creator, because He directs our steps. We don't direct each other's steps. He does. If I tell you what to do, then essentially I am taking your free will away from you. So that's not how our Creator is. Our Creator presents divine knowledge and then He observes what you choose to do. So you have listened to your divine guidance when the angel said this and spirit guide said that and our Creator said that. You did it. So we must be careful. We don't say do this, do that, do that. We say, well, if you do this, it's that, and if you do that, it's that. A huge difference. We don't tell you what to do. That is why with the first ascension, it said the action of the actioner condemns or liberates the actioner. You see? We don't say you must, does nothing. Your actions reveal your choices and your intentions. Our beloved Creator, so we can advise each other, like steer each other, but not tell each other what to do. Because we're all descendants of our Creator. We are all gods and goddesses. Gods and goddesses don't follow like sheep. They think for themselves and then take conscious decisions and act accordingly. They always gift you. Well, what can I say? Out of the pain came greater discernment. I think not only did you learn that only our Creator directs our steps, but within yourself too. You can now see others better, those dictating to you, sit, stand, roll over, play dead, you can do this, you can't do that, and all of that. They far from our Creator. Those close to our Creator will give you the gift of free will where you decide, as you test divine knowledge, what serves you and what does not serve you. And what I can see is that you put in the time, energy, and effort to understand it. You face the burn, right? And now you can live in your full divinity, fully conscious that you're in the presence of our Supreme Creator. And it's causing a little jealousy. So I think those that want to advise you all day and every day, they don't have the position. You have it. But they're trying to tell you how you must execute it. Now, we won't tell you what to do, but we strongly recommend that you ask our beloved Creator for advice. And then an angel will come and give it to you in a dream, in a vision, in a feeling, in clear audience, etc. You stay observant. And this is important to note, and well done. So you're getting an upgrade. This to me is when you master divine knowledge of light and dark, you can easily identify are those by the fruits of the Spirit. Those dictating are not from our Creator. Creator gave you free will. We look to the elders to guide us, to teach us to be closer to our beloved Creator, but none of them forced anyone. They just led by example. And that's what you did. That's why our Creator is happy with you. But it is causing jealousy. Of course he'll be jealous. You're then close to the Supreme Creator of heaven and earth and all that is in between. Try the G. What can I say? Don't try the G. Don't try the G. Don't tell the G what to do. Now you're all gods and goddesses, right? We only take advice from our beloved Creator. The more you live in your full divinity, the stronger the trust that our beloved Creator has in you. Because He can trust when He gives you an instruction, you excellently execute it. You don't go, just that. You can do it. And then there are those who are now jealous of this. You see? They're jealous and they caused you a lot of trouble, but now they know, and you are in the presence of a Supreme Creator. So without Him, and you are with Him. So ultimately, don't try the G. Don't tell the G what to do, when to do it, how you felt. It's only projections. They're projecting from their limited conscious awareness. Don't fall for it. Our beloved Creator. Our Creator empowers us. You see how we end up? We end up with all these gifts that we can actually. Who knew this crown and that crown and that crown ends up, and the throne is here, and it's a lot of commitment. And to earn the trust of our beloved Creator is a big deal in the cosmos. That's why you're in His presence in the auditorium. It's a big deal. Because He trusts you and you trust Him. And you've been through a lot. It's as though you were persecuted for loving Him. But now it's your reward time now. You know, what they meant to harm you is now blessing you because you can firstly see them clearly. That's one of the gifts, discernment. And secondly, you know how to deal with them. Our beloved Creator, which word of wisdom do you have for us? This is what you are reaping. Life really does serve us now. You're in the presence of our Supreme Creator. You are now sowing your rewards for being obedient, trustworthy and obedient. You are getting this gift, so whatever you asking, you will receive. It seems like the angels will deliver it ASAP. And whoever's got a problem with it will have an insurmountable, irreversible problem. Because you're now part of the, let's say, elite, for lack of a better word. Although our Creator loves all of us, you are the ones who have matured into those He can trust to excellently execute His will. So that's what puts you in this beautiful room. And it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy for you, but you did it. Because it's possible. The elders did it, of course we can do it. It's like that. It only takes one to show us, and that's how we evolve. Like a real, true, original, new ideas, not production line vibes. Not regurgitation of other people's ideas. They respect you. New job. This is one of the gifts you're also getting. Because people can see that life is serving you now, no matter what they put you through. You are closer to our Creator. Like the more trouble they brought you, the closer it brought you to Him. You see, because every weapon formed against us serves us. Our Creator took all the wrongs and made it right. They can't handle you. They cannot. It is paining. It is paining for them. It is paining. You're getting a promotion. And the reason you can get this promotion is because you've done the work. You are responsible. You are accountable. You have attention to detail. You can analyze instruction and execute it excellently. This does not mean you know it all. This means you have the framework to apply your mind, to understand something and then create solutions. And usually our Creator gives the answer. When I'm struggling with this, then He give me a download. You show there, this must look like that, like that. It's a lot of fun at this stage. That time in the beginning, it was different, right? That time I had to pray a lot. And then now, what's happening? We are reaping now. We are reaping because we were good sons and daughters for our Creator. Our Creator is satisfied with you. He's satisfied. You have conducted yourself in such a way that He is very happy and delighted and satisfied to serve you, because when it mattered, you served Him. He could trust you under all circumstances. That's why you're part of this elite group. I don't like using the word because of how it was used in the old world. You see, because when He needed you to, you did. It's called the Great Collaboration. But in the old world, they used it for satanic cults and sects, but just for the sake of clarity to explain the auditorium and those in His presence, right? So, I would say it's new job, it's leader, it's important, it's great collaboration. You in a very high level position. A Creator will share more Akashic records with you now at this level, and you will share that with others, because the pain you experienced and the way you handled it made that you are now just and free. You can handle many situations objectively, which is important. We do everything out of love, but we think before we speak and act. And our Creator loves that about you. Our beloved Creator, thank you that life does serve us now, and that you are satisfied with our growth in it. We are living in our full divinity because we've put in the work and we have the pleasure of your presence. Everyone can master mathematics, and witchcraft no longer works on it no longer works. That pain was witchcraft, right? I sliced them and diced them, it's done. They tried the G, it's done. Now, a Creator can give you the Akashic records that you will share with others. You will analyze it correctly and share it correctly. Because you don't have to worry about the spirit of confusion, manipulation, temptation. They went to hell. They are here. That elite, they're here. Alright, but you in the right place. When we get like this is Akashic records, right? I see this, I see that, I see that. It doesn't have to make sense in the moment, but look what it culminated into. Truly, our beloved Creator has my 100% attention. Because it's fascinating and delightful to see when we get understanding as for why something happened, no matter how painful it was, it kind of makes it worthwhile. And now we are in reaping season. This is definitely reaping on to see what I'm going to reap. I'm telling you, this is reaping season. I'm the golden ray. Go for gold, the very best of the best of the best. This is a great reaping season. Don't lie and comfort. But it's all about comfort. And life serves you now. This is what you are after a hard time. After a hard time, right? This is what you are reaping. But you've learned a lot about people. You've learned a lot about them, right? So you've got discernment now. You don't have to tell them all the lowdown. You get it done. Heed the advice of the elders. Something big is coming for you. First prize. And you deserve it because you did the work. Our Creator could trust in you and you could trust in Him. Now you're in His presence and He's sharing Akashic records with you, and you have the intelligence not only to understand it but share it with brevity too. And it's beautiful. Okay. It's this your conscious awareness, your ability to process objectively and accurately. The great are free from all karma. Now this is the great in the land of milk and honey. And this is merciful. We gave all the karma to the wicked all. So wherever you fell short in the past, remember that our Creator gave us a clean slate and that He is satisfied with you and how much you've grown from dark knowledge into light knowledge. So don't burden yourself with regret and guilt for things you have been forgiven for. Because our beloved Creator is saying it's a reaping season, and that though you've suffered a lot, you have done the right thing, and that it is your time now to celebrate. Our beloved Creator, this was quite a message. Thank you to our lovely angels who have walked this hard path with us. Thank you that everything intended to harm us and those that did cause us pain now serves us. Also, thank you that we only take instruction from you and that we don't tell others what to do, but that we lead by example so that they can exercise their free will. Our beloved Creator, thank you for giving the wicked all the karma. They deserve it. And thank you that we are worthy to be in your presence. Our beloved Creator is worthy to be praised. He is the greatest. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Namaste.